Where does Ward-Prowse rank among the best free kick takers? Another weekend and another game where Southampton find the net via the dead ball masterclass offered by James Ward-Prowse. The midfielder turned provider against Crystal Palace, delivering a corner kick that was headed home by teammate Oriol Rameau to give his side the lead at St Mary's. Although Palace roared back to win the game 2-1, it underlined again just how deadly Ward-Prowse is around a dead ball situation. Back in January, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola labelled the England international as the best free kick taker in the world. The 27-year-old is now famed for finding the net so regularly from a free kick that he is often compared to another set-piece king in David Beckham, who for many years was the go-to man for Manchester United and England for any free kicks in and around the penalty area. He's already scored 4 this season, double that of second-place man Kieran Trippier, who is the only other Premier League star to have found the net more than once this term. But even branching this out across the history of the Premier League, only Beckham with 18 has scored more than the Southampton Stars' overall tally of 14. But how does Ward-Prowse compare with the rest of Europe's top 5 leagues, and does it back up Guardiola's point about his dead ball capabilities? Sportsmail looks at the players with the most goals direct from a free kick across the previous 5 seasons starting from August 2017. Goals: 5. Memphis Depay never did join the Manchester United greats at Old Trafford to have worn the number 7 shirt, including Beckham. After 2 poor years at the Theatre of Dreams, the Dutchman started to rebuild his career at Lyon, to the point he secured a move to Barcelona last summer. But he eventually managed to at least show a glimpse of the former England captain's set-piece skill and has found the net 5 times from a dead ball in as many seasons. Other notable names to have scored 5 goals include former Liverpool midfielder Iago Aspas as well as Leicester City flop Andrij Kramaric. Goals: 6. Manchester United have been linked with the Lazio star recently, and he too has a habit of finding the net from around the box like Beckham. There is an admirable technique to the Serbian midfielder, who can deceive a keeper and leave them flat-footed just by his shooting angle. It's an underappreciated art which, combined with an almost no-look quality, looks stunning when it comes off. Goals: 6. Maybe not a surprise name to Leicester fans, but Maddison's strike rate from a dead ball is bettered only by Ward-Prowse among England stars. While Ward-Prowse is the England international compared most often to Beckham, it's the Foxes star whose style carries the most likeness, with his knack of cutting across the ball to place it in the top left corner. It's how he scored his most recent Premier League free kick for Brendan Rodgers' side in a game against Brentford back in March. Goals: 6. A name not too familiar around Europe, but the forward does have 4 Italy caps and knows how to strike a free kick. After joining Salernitana on loan from Torino in January, the 29-year-old marked his debuting by sticking 2 set pieces into the near post top corner in a Serie A game against Spezia. But the forward curiously can do little else in front of goal. Since signing professional terms with AC Milan 11 years ago, he has only once scored more than 6 goals a season, having also played for Bologna and Napoli. Goals: 6. Bardi is another player whose name sneaks under the radar, but he has proven, since joining Levante in 2017, that giving the Spanish side a free kick with the goal in sight is catnip to the North Macedonian international. Frustratingly for goalkeepers, Bardi is a very difficult player to read from a set piece, as he does not appear to have a favorite corner technique. He has shown he can produce a long-range top-spin kick, squeeze one into the near-post top corner from out wide, or even curl an effort low around the wall into the bottom corner. Variety is the spice of life. Goals: 7. For any Liverpool fans reading, there is an Arnold on this list, but it's not Jurgen Klopp's attacking fullback, who is often just as effective as setting up teammates from dead balls. It's all about goals here, though, and Wolfsburg's 11-year servant has 7 of them from dead ball range over the last 5 seasons. The pick of them? A left-footed curler with the outside of the boot that sent the keeper the wrong way as the ball sailed across goal into the top corner. You won't see many better. Goals: 7. Once linked with a big summer move to Liverpool, the midfielder has never been able to find his way into the Premier League. Yet the 28-year-old is still producing the goods in Europe's top leagues with Real Betis. The France international also has a technique similar to Beckham, albeit on his left foot, with his ability to find a precise spot to beat a goalkeeper with a curling near-post free kick. Goals: 7. A surprise name among the top 3? Not so much up until a few years ago with the former Roma and Manchester City full-back. In his spell at the Italian capital, free kicks were how the full-back scored many of his 17 goals for the club in 100 Serie A appearances. The numbers, though, have dried up in recent times, and he hasn't even scored for Inter Milan since joining the Italian side 2 years ago. Goals, 13. Guardiola was close, if you are measuring consistency over half a decade, but his point stands, Ward-Prowse really is one of the best free kick takers in the world. From the 4 he has scored this season against Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leeds United and Brighton, all of them have been different. Palace saw the typical near-post curler from central, while against Leeds the same area of the goal came at an angle to the left. Against Wolves he blasted into the top corner from 30 yards out, while at the Amex Stadium he cheekily found the bottom corner across goal with a dragged effort. Goals, 20. Granted, Lionel Messi has won the French league title this term, but it's not been a season to remember for the Argentine who has struggled to display his world-class talents in a PSG shirt. It could have started so well too as he hit the crossbar from a free kick on his first league start for the new French champions against Lyon. Still, his struggles this year only highlight just how lethal he was with Barcelona from a dead ball, where at nearly a rate of every other month he would find the net from a set-piece special.